So one of your burning questions at this point is probably, how do I get lowercase Roman numerals in my front matter and regular Arabic numerals in the body and have all that going on in the same document? Well, that's what this video is all about, and I hope to clear all that up for you in the course of this video, and by the end of it, hopefully I'll answer all your questions and you'll be ready to go. So let's begin. I'm working on this report on web page navigation, and I've cleared out all the page number formatting. You have caught me somewhere in between, so I don't have the table of contents in here yet, or the list of illustrations, but all the rest of it is pretty much intact. What I thought we would do is to go ahead and insert page numbers. Okay, so you can do that through insert page numbers, or if you click on either the header or the footer, you can also insert page numbers through the header and footer. So let's just go the traditional insert toolbar, and we will insert page numbers at the bottom of the page. And I'm just going to go with plain numbers at the side here, and I'm also going to take a little bit of space here. Okay, I'm putting my cursor in front of there, and I'm going to put what's the title of this? Web page navigation. If I'm putting something on a report, I'll use something descriptive of the report itself. So I'm going to go into Home, and I'm going to make that something thematic, and I'll probably do that with the page numbers too. Try to make them something relatively colorful. And I like to leave like plenty of space. So if you notice what I've done here, I'm going to get out of there. What I've done is basically put something in the bottom corner of every page. And you can put this on the top, on the bottom. You notice you can even put this stuff on the side. Now, the first thing that you're probably going to notice is on a title page, you really don't want your page number on a formal report. And so if you double click on the footer and you go into header and footer, right here in the center of the toolbar, you have a checkbox here for different first page. And if we click on that, basically it gives you the option to put something new in the first page, and it will take off whatever you have on the first page. What you don't want to do is click on that right away and then put something in the first page, because then nothing will show up on the rest of the pages, and that sometimes becomes an issue. The next thing that we notice is, okay, so we don't have Roman numerals, which could be an issue. And the way we get around that will have to do with section breaks. Okay, so what we need to do, we have just regular Arabic numerals. So right now, we need to find where the front matter ends and the body begins, and it is right here at the introduction. And for this, what we'll need to do is we'll need to insert a section break. And I need to give you a little bit of a warning here, or a disclaimer, that it makes sense that you would go into insert and section break would be there, but it isn't, okay? The old Word version, some of them, but none of you will have them because they're probably too old. They used to have section break here, but they don't any longer. So you need to go into page layout, and under page setup here they have breaks. Okay, they have this little category here that says breaks, and if you take the pull down menu here, they have page breaks, and then they have section breaks. And so you can put a section break in there, and I usually like to put a next page section break on there. And you notice that click down there, so I suspect that there was already some kind of page break there. And many of you, if you use page break, which by the way is a good idea when you're dealing with your front matter, if you haven't started to use page breaks, that way you don't have to hit return and worry about if something's going to show up at the beginning of or the top of a page. So you should actually have a page break at the end of the list of illustrations. You shouldn't have to scroll. You shouldn't have returns all the way down here. Same here. See how this page ends here? And if I click a down arrow, it doesn't have returns all the way down there. You don't want to have that. Put a page break in there so that wherever your page ends, it's going to go to the next page right away, and then you don't have to worry about that. Another feature in Word that if you're going to do more formal documents, you want to get used to using these tools, because if you don't, you're going to have a lot of formatting issues and revisions and modifications to make that are going to suck up your time. And your time is precious, and so these things are real time preservers. Now, here's another trick I'm going to show you so that you can find out. This little backwards P here, when you go into the Home toolbar, you can click on this, and this shows paragraph marks and basically formatting symbols. And this will show you where page break and returns, like these little things here, are return marks. And so this will show you everywhere the person put return. Okay, so this person actually should have put a page break in here, but they put return because they were messing around with that visual. So they should have had a page break on there. But this one has a page break, see? This one has a page break. This one, there we go. That's why it looks weird. This has a page break and a section break. So I'm going to take that page break out, and that's going to put my introduction back on the top here. This is also something that you can find by other means, which I'll show you in a second. So that's a little trick. What you also want to remember then, of course, is to take that off. Although I do know some people who like that in there when they're editing. To me, it's really distracting, and quite frankly, it obstructs my view of the design of the page.